Hi guys, welcome to Inbound After Hours. Today we have Sam on the show. Apologies for the jumpers. It's actually Christmas jumper day today in our office. So I definitely think Sam's won the competition there.
This is just my everyday outfit.
It's everyday outfit.
Just coming in, so every Tuesday, let's pick a new penguin, Santa. You know.
We've done well today. How much have we raised, Sam?
About £230, weren't it, for Save the Children?
I think so. So that's a good shout. We're happy with that. So well done, team.
Yeah.
When you're watching this, thanks for that. We'll get that handed over next week to the charity. And today we're going to be talking AdWords, we're going to be talking paid search.
We are indeed.
Sam is our expert, in-house expert.
Let's roll with that, I'll roll with that, let's go.
You are, Sam, you are. Can you give the viewers a little bit of background on yourself, what accounts you worked on, what sizes, what organisations?
So, you can call me Sam, obviously full name Samuel Banks. There you go. I started out with AdWords about a year and a half ago. I started out with absolutely no experience whatsoever. Came from an absolute fresh-faced kid out of college, first job, didn't know what to do, what I was doing, and all of a sudden, boom, AdWords. Countless accounts. I must have 20 accounts at a time, from like little small boutiques selling shoes to enterprises across the world selling workwear. It's mental.
Yep.
I had quite a lot of experience. I had a couple of recruitment, we've had law agencies, we've had e-commerce, we've had just really just a mixed bag, and it's been so valuable just from being an agency and a personal opinion. Yeah. And it's been fun. I mean, you've had some great mentors. Obviously, Ricky's mentored you. He's got 15 years experience in e-commerce and paid search. So we've had the likes of Ricky bring you through. And the reason we've got you on the show as well, we just want to prove to the viewers of how much you can learn within a year and a half. Yeah. No. And I mean, can you give us some examples of the size of the accounts you work on now? Yeah. So when we started out, obviously we had a couple of £100 budgets. People might spend £50 a month, £100 a month. These are like one-man bands trying to get the best out of their AdWords, like AdWords, quick win, straight to the search engine, like top of the search engine, like woo, sales. Ricky was great. I mean, the absolute godfather of PPC at our agency. And when I got it, like we got a client out there that's got 5 accounts just for their one brand, targeting different countries in each, different languages, different customers, and best of all, just different keywords and ads, and it's just so great. And then we still got the little ones that come in, like doing all the bespoke little, we'll embroider logos on your workwear, we'll do all this kind of stuff. But it's just a mixed bag, but you get it all when it comes to AdWords. You can't really say no. It's just always fun to work on an account. Okay, now good stuff. One question I've got then is, we've obviously done a round of questions throughout the studio, is should people be spending money on Google AdWords now? Because a lot of people are talking about paid social ads. Yeah. Should people still be spending money on AdWords, or no? Is it worth a spend? Well, I get asked this every day from clients. So when it comes for these guys as well, I mean, there's certainly still a lot of value in AdWords, and if you just like shake your head and shun AdWords off, just from there, you're truly missing out. You don't know what you're missing out on. Okay. Social ads, now they're great. They're based on persona. It's all demographic targeting. What people don't realise is you can do exactly what you can do on social ads on Google AdWords. And with Google AdWords, because everybody thinks like, oh, social ads, that's the new thing, it's the in right now. Yeah. So everybody's moved across there, but little do you know, if you're just starting on PPC or you're currently on PPC looking to get the most from it, your competitors are moving social like channels. Yep. That doesn't mean you're being left behind. You should be capitalizing on that. I mean, that means your search impression shares going up, your costs are going down, and most of all, you're just going to be showing a whole lot more from keywords that you can be converting on. So yeah, there's definitely still value in Google AdWords. So I definitely would not just shun it off.
I just remember 10 years ago, so I'm a lot older than you, and I remember AdWords going for pence, and now they're going for pounds. And the increase over the last 10 years, and that's why we asked that question. It's got very expensive now.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago I was barely starting high school, so just to make you feel a little bit older.
Make you feel older, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's mad. Even in the last year and a half when I've been working on accounts, you can see the genuine growth in CPC costs.
Yeah.
Look, seeing how many people are using AdWords. Like, you look at all these press releases, and it's just continued success with Google, continued success with Facebook. Paid isn't dead. Paid is really in right now.
Yeah.
Just from a consumer and an advertiser, there's more data than ever to target, and it's more measurable than ever.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting on paid, now there's always content marketing, there's email marketing, but to get the most out of all your other marketing activities, you need to be implemented paid.
I mean, especially this time of year, we're 5-6 days from Christmas, then we've got New Year, then we've got January blues, as you call them.
Definitely.
Let's talk seasonality. A lot of people stop this time of year, don't they? And
it's really odd. I mean, I've managed clients in the past, and they really want to turn off their ads over Christmas, and it's mental. These guys are selling B2C. Like B2B, I can understand, but even still, people still work over Christmas. As I'm sure people are guilty of who watch this. Yeah. If you're watching this over Christmas, no offense. But yeah, I mean, you should have a well thought discussion with your marketing team, or you should have a well look at your account with your agency, or you just have an account look at your account historically. Is Christmas, is January, is it a good time for you? Because generally what I've noticed is that actually interest picks up over Christmas rather than dies down. It's just, have you got the fail-safes and the practices in place to deal with that if you're not directly managing it over the holidays?
Okay. We've had a few people, but a few pitfalls in the early days when we're learning how to set AdWords accounts up. So just to give the viewers some tips so they can't make the same mistakes we did in the early days, what should they avoid when setting up an AdWords account?
Okay, so one of the biggest like faux pas when it comes to AdWords is everybody puts their keywords into one campaign, into one ad group. No, that goes for social, that goes for AdWords. It goes on both sides. What that basically means is you're grouping all these keywords. Whilst they may be really good keywords for you, you're not getting the most from them because you're putting them all in a very unrelated group. And now if you're thinking, if people are searching, if I'm selling shoes, I've got a keyword that's shoes, I've got a keyword that's trainers. Now, shoes could mean brogues, trainers mean trainers. If I've got them in one big keyword mix with just one ad group, and I'm just saying shoes for sale, top prices, top quality. Now the thing is, if I'm buying trainers, like I'm searching trainers and it's saying shoes, I'm like, well, I'm not looking for brogues, I'm going to click on someone else's ad. And the thing is, with your impressions going up and no one's clicking it, Google goes, whoa, you're not using our platform properly. If you want to carry on advertising, we're going to charge you an extra 10p for that keyword. That's basically what it's going in a nutshell. That's my biggest faux pas. And again, it's just people, where you should start when it comes to starting on PPC is analysing what went wrong, or just reaching out. LinkedIn is great. There's so many groups out there, there's so many accounts. Just reach out, and so many people are happy to help in the Google community. Like, what were your pitfalls? Mine personally were putting all keywords into one account, but again, I was fresh-faced, no experience. And yeah, just have a PPC audit, have a checklist. There's plenty to download on the internet, trust me. I've got them clogging up my hard drive as we speak. just have a look. It's just ask yourself questions like, what would you look for if you was buying? What would you look for if you're looking for a new agency to take on if you're a B2B advertiser? And just keep your ads relevant. Don't make them intrusive. Make them convenient and helpful.
I agree with that. What about almost like pre-qualifying on the ads as well? You just mentioned then shoes for sale. What about shoes for sale starting from $69.99? Because you don't want everyone to be pressing your ad. The more you can qualify that person on the ad, it's going to save you money in the long run.
Yeah,
so you're almost telling the wrong people not to press the ad, but the right people, you're inviting them in.
No, definitely. And Google values that. Google values anything. That ad might be detracting business away, but it's helpful, and that's the bottom line. That goes into advanced targeting, especially if you're a B2B advertiser. That is a fundamental, it's an essential, if anything. If I'm selling enterprise software to recruiters across the UK, across the world, I don't want to get in one-man bands who's trying to get on just a couple of hires for their new startup. I want to be getting the big boys. I want to be getting the people that are searching in work hours. I want to be segmenting that down as niche as possible. And even if that means I've got to pay £5-6 a click, if that click's qualified, I want them on my site. That's what you should be asking when you're doing a PPC. Like, the people who are clicking, do you want them on your site? And what are they doing on your site? Which is also a best practice when it comes to AdWords.
That kind of leads into my next question then. So how do we maximise conversions within AdWords? I know you answered quite a lot. If you could give us some more examples.
So one of the fundamentals of AdWords, as we've been massively talking about, is AdWords basically tells you how people are getting to your site.
Yeah.
It gives you more context on that. What it doesn't tell you is what people are doing on your site. So what you should first think when you're setting up an account or taking on an account or you're advertising with just a new client, make sure they're linked to analytics, because that click you can then track from start to finish what they did, what pages they viewed, and just everything, like what they engage with. And with that, you can then like look at creating lists, like if they viewed a certain page, if they viewed a certain product. If they filter into that list, you can re-upload that into AdWords and target that list with a higher bid. That's advanced targeting, and it's also just segmenting your users down. Another couple of best practices when it comes to getting the most out of your conversions, mapping out every conversion you've got on your site.
Yeah.
If it's content, if it's a white paper, if it's a brochure, if it's a contact us form, if it's an actual purchase, if it's just a register your interest, make sure they're all on AdWords. And if you can, put a value against them so you can then track ROI. I see so many accounts in my MCC nowadays that where I want to put a value on them, but the client doesn't, because they've not lead scored each area of the website.
Okay.
A brochure might be £20 to you, because that might have like a 1/5 of a chance of converting if they take down a brochure download. So that's £100 purchase, it'd be £20 value in that lead. If you've got that, you can track ROI, and then you can really optimize your account. It's just fundamental. And yeah, just make sure your conversions are mapped, and also make sure that your actual shopping cart funnel is mapped out on AdWords. Again, a very underutilized feature on AdWords. See where people are dropping out, and then, like I've said before, just create a list for that. If people are dropping out on the registration, fix the registration, re-upload that list, target them again with a bigger conversion, and just make your ad copy specific. Like, hey, we still got them trainers, we'll hold them for 7 days, and make it dynamic so it counts down, and people will click back on that and go, oh yeah, that was really helpful, I forgot about those trainers. Click, click, boom, you've made a sale, and it's fantastic. They're fundamentals for conversions.
Okay, that makes sense, Sam. So you've talked about optimizing AdWords. A lot of what we do in our business as well, and we've done podcasts on, is growth-driven design and optimizing actual websites. How important is this for Google AdWords?
So one of the things people do is they create a website and then they leave the website. Now, GDD is a completely new concept, as you should probably go and click that link. It's Neil Summerfield, isn't it?
Luke Summerfield.
Summerfield. So you should go and click that link with Luke Summerfield and have a watch of that before you even come on to what I'm just about to say. A lot of people leave the website there and then. GDD, continuous design, but that should incorporate all aspects of your marketing. It's constantly building out, and your AdWords account should have the same principle. You take a couple of pages, you do a bit of AdWords 10 pages. If they work, take another couple of pages, build it out. And that's what you should do. Now, if you've got a landing page that you need for, like, if you just created a new page on GDD, now what GDD doesn't do is if you create a new page, you're going to have to wait a while to get traffic on that and see how that performs in order to start building out your website. PPC fast tracks that. If you want to get the most conversions out of that, send some traffic to that page, see how they interact with it, make sure the keywords are relevant.